Good morning, everybody. It's Valerie from Kingdom Life Bearers Ministry, and today I would like to share my heartbeat with you of the animals and plants. You know, they are part of God's creation, and we need to take care of them. Now you see humanity is destroying plants and they are also destroying animals. God has never created animals to be eaten, killed, and to be eaten. That was man's choice. Now I am turning back to creation. That which God created us to take care of the animals. You know, there are so many principles that we can learn from the animals. Animals have been created through love's spirit. So they are also part of the new earth and of the old earth. But we are renewing our minds by treating animals better than what we used to. I'm going to go back to you an experience I had some years ago when we started Kingdom Kids Outreach in South Africa. And I had little dogs which we used for the children for bringing a message through because they were so lovable. The love of God and humanity they have was in those little doggies, and we trained them that when we went to schools to minister to them, those little doggies were watching the children coming in and out of the hall, sitting on their little laptop or little chair and watching the children as they came in without jumping off, as if they could understand. And we ministered to the children with them. The love of God was flowing through those little dogs because they have got the love of God. God created them with love, but there were also a bad nature that was given by Adam, but that don't need to operate in our animals. If you show love to an animal, you can do anything with that animal. You know, if you show love to a snake, that snake won't bite you. If you see a dog, now a dog is human being's best friend. That is why we use doggies. And in those days, what the message I would like to bring forward to you is the love that operates through animals. A dog can be your best friend. And that is what we have learned from our little doggies. They were therapy to the older people. They loved older people. Older people got their therapy from my little dogs when we visited the old age homes. The little doggies were showering love to the old people. And then we realized how lovable an animal can be. We see that a duck speaks of happiness. You always see the ducks. We've got a lot of ducks here in the pool. And when they see us, they come waggy, 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 waggy towards us. And they're so happy. So ducks can testify and principally wise speak of happiness. An elephant speaks of strength. You can tame an elephant and you can teach an elephant. Children ride on animals. That animal will not hurt them. The same with a leopard. A leopard speaks of force. A peacock, with his beautiful colors, speaks of immortality. A rabbit is always alert. So if you have a spirit, a rabbit type of principally wise, you are always alert and not do the wrong thing. Now, there are so many birds, for instance. They speak of freedom and happiness, joyful. They give so much joy to us. And another one An eagle, freedom and strength. A horse, we have counteracted and treated and received the principles out of our horses. Yeah, they're so lovable. They walk up to you and they put their heads on your shoulder, in your neck, and on your body to show you how much they love you. There too, children have therapy with horses. If you train them in love, they are therapy to sick children. I could go on and on and on with that. It's actually a study on its own. But children love and get healed from all diseases when they receive the love of a horse. Oh, the beauty that a horse can therapy with a child. It's immensely, people miss it. But animals have been created by God for a purpose, to be part of human beings. Aren't they part of us by healing? Aren't they part of us of therapy? Aren't they part of the nature when you see 6 horses, all different colors, in a field? Oh, it touches my heart. And that is why we need to return back. Also, even if you're in a high realm spiritually, your love for animals should always be there to treat them humanly. Don't neglect them. Feed them, take care of them, and love them. They need us because God said you will rule over the animals. Now, there is a kingdom of for the animals. You know, animals are in the kingdom. Without hatred, without animosity, everything that is in the kingdom are love. Love is a foundation. Animals will not hurt you. Animals in the kingdom will not harm you. Animals will share the love of God throughout eternity. Let's start on this earth. You can have heaven on earth when you are respecting and treating your animals with love. You know, those little doggies we had were so fond of ministering to people. When we entered the place and they realized there was somebody sick, my little doggie would go and sit right in front of that person and shake their little hands in a prayer way. And then she sort of reminds me, you must pray for this person. And then I realized that that was a person that was sick. And I ministered to them through the way my little dog felt for that person, lady or gentleman. So don't tell me an animal hasn't got feelings. Of course they have. My doggie now, when I am not feeling well, she will look at me and she will come and stay the whole day by my side, putting her little head on me, on my lap, and looking up in my eyes, so much to say, I feel you, I'm with you, I have compassion with you. And you know the comfort that you can get and that I get from my little dog is so godly. And you realize how much love God has given to us on this earth and it's been neglected. Same with the flowers. Neglecting our flowers, our plants. Children don't get taught anymore to respect the plant. And another story I can testify about, ministering to the children about plants, taking care of them. We came to the church where we ministered and we saw all the flowers were kicked out of the beddings and they were dying. And I cried in front of the children. I said, who did this? Nobody gave answer. And then all of a sudden, the Lord ministered to me and told me, teach them about this. So I picked up the flower and I said to them, you see, this flower is dead. But I'm going to put life in it. And next week when I come again, I am going to show you what God can do. And you know, a miracle happened because the next week when we arrived there, I showed them the flower. It had a bloom. That little flower that was dead, that plant that was dead, was blooming. And they got such a shock and surprise. I said, you see, you are killing plants that have got life. But when the love of God is being shed over this plant, it was alive again. And my tears and my heart that was for this plant made that this plant came to life and it was blooming. I can tell you many, many incidences, but it's for us to teach our children and grown-ups to have respect for plants and to have respect for one another and take care of them. They can't take care of themselves, not the plants nor the animals, but they can show love to you, flowers blooming and give you pleasure like these plants growing in front of me now. They are beautiful and they will bloom and they are growing. They're showing me the love of God in their color. So I wanted to share this with you. Treat your animals with love. There's a principle in each one. Learn from them. Learn that principle of God in each animal, in each plant, and you will grow in the principle, applying it to your own life. I hope this little teaching meant something to you and to the children or whoever listens to my voice and are taking heed of the love I have for plants and animals, taking care of them. Don't eat them. God never gave the right for people to kill animals and to eat. No, no, no. He gave life. He is not a killer. So don't kill your animals. Learn the principles. Chickens that people eat, I don't eat it anymore because it's life. That chicken gives you food. It gives you eggs. Eat it. That's what you must eat. And that is why we shouldn't kill the animals. It wasn't for us to kill wildlife. We should enjoy them. We should enjoy everything that God gave us and not kill them. They give life to you. And take the life as a pleasure on this earth. Now I'm going to sign off because James is showing me all signs here. I have to sign off from Kingdom Light Bearers, South Africa. Bye.